Hey, Bougie gang, what's going on? Happy whatever day it is. Is it Wednesday? Happy, get happy, y'all. Get happy. Chin up, Buttercup. Girl, put some lemons in the chat. We're gonna make some lemonade. Oh. Chin up, Buttercup. Guess what, guys? We have a guest today. We have a wonderful, beautiful, wonderful guest to tell us her scamming story. Guys, we have a real life scamming story today, okay? We have a friend, a bougie gang friend, who's going to come and tell us about a time she got scammed not too long ago, okay? We're going to keep it very cute. Okay, we're going to keep it cute. And that's it. That's all. Don't let them haters get you down. Okay. Okay. Let me quote some Rihanna today. Okay. Don't let them haters get you down. Hello. Chin up. Chin up, y'all. Chin up. Okay. Greetings, friends. Greetings. Yes, let's just look, it's gonna be all right. At the end of the day, it's gonna be all right. And there's nothing that a hater loves to see more is to see folk mad. They want to see folk mad. Okay. I wish I would. I wish I would. Hold on, let me fix. Girl, this is even better. Hey guys. I'm playing around. What we talking? We just started. We're not talking about anything specific. I'm just encouraging my friends here that everything's going to be okay. Okay? And that's a blanket everything's. If you woke up today and something got up under your skin yesterday or last week, it's going to be okay, because big sis Fran, sister Fran, auntie Fran, friend Fran says, you know what? It's all right. We've been through worse. Everything happens. Everything happens for a reason and a season. Okay. And it's okay. All right. All right. So yeah, we're not talking about anything specific. I mean, it's just girls. It's whatever's. It's whatever's. It's if it flies, let it apply. Okay. All right, guys. Let me talk about something really quick. Okay, sis. Thank you, girl. Attitude, sis. Yes, I love her. She embodies everything. I love her. Okay. We have a friend coming to see us today in a little bit. She'll be here in about 15 minutes. So I want to handle some business. We are going to talk that Sarah Boone business after this afternoon. I promise. I've got everything. They actually posted up the transcript of the psychiatrist. And I don't know if we're going to get into that, but I have some other stuff that I pulled. Girl, we're gonna talk about that. We are. It's a mind thing. Like, you got to be in a certain type of mood to talk that stuff, talk that Sarah talk. So we gonna get to it. Happy birthday to the Scorpios in the house. What's today's day? Okay. Tomorrow's a sad day for me. It's a heavenly birthday. Is it heavenly birthday? Tomorrow is the anniversary of the day my mom passed. So it's a sad day. Her birthday was last week, and my dad's birthday is on the 9th. His birthday's in 3 days. So yeah, it's gonna be okay though. If I seem a little tomorrow, it's gonna be okay. This time of year is a little bit tough for me, but we're making it through. We are making it through. Happy birthday to all my Scorpio friends. Near and dear to my heart are my mom and dad, who both were Scorpios. So happy birthday. And I'm sure you are awesome people, all of you, all of my Scorpio friends. I'm sure that you guys are amazing because I have firsthand experience. It's your birthday. Hey, let's talk about it all. Happy birthday, sis. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to everyone. It's Scorpio season. If you didn't know, check your calendar because baby, it's Scorpio season. It's full on. Okay, guys, let me pivot real quick because I want to answer a couple of questions from the comments. So we talked about this yesterday. Christian has a court date. Jennifer's husband, okay? Jennifer's husband has a court date. Now, someone said, well, maybe it's child support court. And child support is in January. He had to report for some genetic testing. And let me pull up the docket real quick. Hopefully, I haven't timed myself out. I'm going to show you all this real quick. What in the show cause? The reason why it came up was because there is a show cause hearing tomorrow. And it was labeled as probation revocation. Okay. And we know what probation revocation is. Probation revocation is when you've done something that makes the judge have to consider whether you need some time probated from your probation, right? And it's a probation revocation. He does have a child support. He did have to report to child support not too long ago, and he submitted to genetic testing. Okay. And then they have a follow-up hearing on January 15th. Hold on, let me take this little graphic down. Let me share my screen. Girl. Because I'm rushing, I don't want to. I'm going to show you guys this. Okay, hold on. Let me move me out the way. Okay, let me go down here. Okay. This is so number one, child support is in Cobb County. That's number one. His child support situation. Let me just be sure. His child support situation is in Cobb County, y'all. Hold on a second. Let me do this. Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer. Girl, your man. Hold on. His situation, I didn't redact this. If you look on my community wall, I posted this like 2 weeks ago. His child support situation is in Cobb County. Where can I show? Because I don't have the names of his kids redacted on here, and I don't want to, I don't feel like anyone has really talked about the names, so I don't necessarily need to be the first. And I just, I'd rather not. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is in Cobb County. And it's a civil matter. Now, can child support become a criminal matter? Absolutely. When you're non-compliant, you're in contempt of court, all of those things. But this is Cobb County. So his probation revocation, if this were now a criminal matter, which it may be going into that now with his older child, there's a child support matter going on in Cobb County with the two youngest children. Now the oldest child, I'm not sure if there is a criminal matter amiss for that particular child, the oldest. But as far as this particular case is concerned, he has court on, as you can see, the next hearing right here, hopefully you can see that, is January 15th. I'll make it bigger. It's January 15th. Okay. 1/15/25. And he actually submitted to genetic testing. Let me see. Hold on a second, guys. He submitted to genetic testing recently. I've got the other one pulled up, but I haven't redacted. Well, let me do that. Okay. Hold on. Without the watermark on it. Okay. So right here, he agreed to, girl. Okay. he agreed to and reported. So on January 15th, which was the day of the genetic testing, um, no, excuse me, on October 17th, the senior judge of the Superior Court ordered and he submitted to do genetic testing. So, as you can see, the very flowery signature right here, Christian LaSalle Walden. The next date for him, as it shows on the docket, is January 15th, 2025 at 9:30. So basically, my point is that his next court date regarding child support of the two youngest children is in January. On tomorrow, he is due. Let me pull up DeKalb real quick if I can before our guest clocks in. Let's see. I think I showed you guys this yesterday. Is that here? Oh, okay, here it is. I showed y'all this yesterday. This is posted on my community wall also. Let me pull this one out. Okay. Girl, how you doing? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, not tomorrow. What am I saying? November. Who's got court? Oh, I was like, who's got court tomorrow? Oh, excuse me. That's Nesto. My bad. November 7th. There's so much court going on right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. November 7th is Ernesto. My bad, y'all. Christian will be in court on Tuesday. My bad, y'all. I'm getting my girl. So, and this is a probation revocation. I don't know if it's due to child support. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, did he violate on his honeymoon? Did he go places he wasn't supposed to go? Did he go places not on the itinerary? Has something else happened? I was actually watching the Tamron Hall show the other day, and Jen and CG were sitting in New York. Hello? They were in New York. If his probation officer's listening, they were on the Tamron Hall show in New York. And this was a year ago, right after they got engaged. And we're talking about wedding planning, all of the things. And said they had just flown back from Paris. They just flew back from Paris and they were in New York, none of which was allowed on his probation. This guy has been completely out of line, just, doing what he wants to do. And I'm going to just say this as a wife of over a decade. When you love somebody and you love your husband and you and your husband are one, you would never want him in trouble with the law. That's all I'm going to say. That is some OG or future OG, because I mean, there's people who've been married damn 50 years. Okay. I've only been married 10. But what I'm going to say is you love your husband. You would never want to put your husband in a position where he's hurt, harmed, or injured. Right. I don't understand this traveling and this moving around. Like, sir is not obligated to observe orders. I see our guest just got here. Hey, how are you? I'll be with you in just a minute, okay, hon? We're just gonna finish up this topic real quick. But yeah, we have a wonderful, beautiful guest today. And she's gonna be joining us to talk to us about a scam situation. Also, what else could be one of the reasons why Christian is having to see the judge on the 12th? Could it be because of all of these investments and people filing FBI reports and concerns and him doing things that he's not supposed to be doing? That could definitely be a reason. If you want to know more about that, obviously our girl Simone over at Girl Is That Legal has talked about that quite considerably and is working with a lot of those victims. So could it be some concerns over his financial dealings? That's a possibility. Could it be another infraction for traveling, maybe over their wedding? I don't know, but he's been, to me, if somebody's on probation, they need to be following their probation if they care about not being on probation. Jennifer doesn't seem to care, or he thinks he can get away with it because he's trying to keep up with his basketball wife. I have no idea. Either way, him not being concerned about thinking that DeKalb is coming for him, he's stupid. He's very stupid, and we're keeping our eyes on it. There is not enough them calling out people and bloggers as haters or trolls or this, that, and the third to stop people from talking about this story. At the end of the day, he has got to know that you are with he knows he's with a celebrity. He knows all too well he's with a celebrity, right? And at the end of the day, that's what you chose. That's what's going on. And that's it. That's all. So you chose to be with Jennifer. Jennifer is your high profile wife, reality celebrity. And at the end of the day, people are keeping an eye on what you got going on, sir. So you don't like it. That's what you signed up for. Unfortunately, that's what you signed up for. And that's it. That's all. Anyway, guys, let me bring on, we're going to pivot off this topic. The other day we talked about ladies in luggage, and that there was another scam going on in the Georgia region. Well, really, it's not just Georgia, it's all over the country. This lady, Dacia Woods, had quite a large following, and it kind of was like a social media following along with a travel club. And she was putting together trips and events for mature women. So, just really all ages, but she kind of profiled to women with disposable income and time who want to travel, get together, make friends, all of these things. And turns out sis out of money. Sis out of money and closed abruptly. So we have a bougie gang friend who came from out the comments and said, I was one of the ladies who was interviewed on WSB TV. Okay, if you remember the report, we have our friend Miz Deb. Miz Deb, thank you so much for coming. I wish I had some applause. Let me give you what I wish we had some applause, like, yay, Miz Deb, thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you. All right, hey, that worked.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Miz Deb, for coming.
There we go.
Okay, let me see if my graphics are working. My graphics are okay. Let's see. So this is a little bit of the graphic. That looks like the Ladies in Luggage logo. Is that right?
Yeah, that's Diane, as they called her.
That's Diane. Okay, Diane. remember those wigs, the commercial? Ooh, Diane. Do you remember that was like some combs and wigs? Ooh, Diane. And she would just be like,
maybe that's where it came from. I don't
know. Miss Deb, or I'm just saying Deb. Deb is a friend to Bougie Gang. Deb, have you been here for a long time? Have you been in the chat, or have you been watching, or did you just find me recently? We didn't talk about that.
I just found you. Somebody shared, it shared the vlog the day you were.
Did you subscribe?
I'm subscribed. Yes, girl, I'm subscribed. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So now I'm in the Bougie Gang.
Period. Thank you very much. We appreciate. So a friend told a friend that you needed to come over here
and said, "Hey, y'all, they're talking about Ladies in Luggage. Check it out." And so clicked on listen, and it was like, "Oh wait, that's my interview." And so I was one of the aunties.
We love WSB TV.
Hey, shout out! Hey, yes. Atlanta picked it up, and you saw it, and here we are. Women are out of money, thousands of dollars.
So tell us, we had a chance to talk briefly on Monday. and kind of understand a little bit about what has happened. So, how many trips have you taken with Ladies in Luggage?
So my introduction to Ladies in Luggage was Usher in Vegas 2021.
Okay.
And again, kind of like I share with you, we kind of leery about, all right, let's go see what they're gonna do. So I said, okay, I'll take a chance. I'll just do Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So I did their what do they call it? Land only, so I could get in on the group tickets for Usher, because them tickets was like, whoo. And so did my own air, did my own hotel, got in the group, went to Usher. It was a different vibe. I met a few cool ladies. Went to the concert. It was cool. Did some stuff. Okay, kind of sat back in the group. Just watched some stuff and said, yeah, okay. Because I travel. I have friends. Thank
Okay.
you for the shout
Yes.
out. Thank you for the welcome. Okay. So I mean, it was for me.
So you
It
have
was
your own
a case of,
friend group, but this was something to just kind of when they don't want to go or just do what you want to do
yeah, and
and
that's
just meet some new people, have some fun.
right, and that's basically, that was the vibe of the group, because how many times, like I don't know, some people you'll say, "Oh, we gonna go to Jamaica." You start off with 8, and by the time the trip trip comes, it's like 2 going. So
Right.
a lot of us have experienced that. So it was like, okay, they had roommate matching again, like you kind of said. They catered to the aunties if you were over 60. I'm 65 years young. So it's like, okay, auntie, hey, all right, So she had this auntie trip. So,
Mhm.
uh, she welcomed a lot of the aunties. They had auntie trips. They went to Paris. And granted, I'm not gonna say it was all bad. She had some successful trips. I did Usher with her. I kind of sat back. I watched. She created some like local chapters, even for us ladies to get together again, because I'm in California. They're based, well, originally in Chicago, now Atlanta. Excuse me. So she created these chapters of the women that were like in California. So we could create a sisterhood within our own, areas. So we had that. We had the chapters. We had the aunties. She's booking trips. She's doing concerts. And I'm not like I said, it wasn't all bad. So I mean, we're all thinking we're rolling along. Hey, okay, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. We're seeing the trips. Went to Nashville with the group as with the they call it an empowerment retreat, excuse me, earlier back in March. Had a great time. Went to Uncle Nearest. It was good. Okay, got to meet some more women. So I'm feeling like okay. Had been paying on the grill trip. That was going to be my third international. Well, that'd be my first international trip with them. I've traveled internationally, traveled with other groups, no problem. Payment plan, I'm on a fixed income, what have you. So it worked for me. So then fast forward to the infamous October 16th, and just happened to pop on the group page and see just somebody had made a comment. Oh, I just got the email. I'm sorry to hear about the closure of the business. Wait, what? Now the cold part for me and a lot of other ladies, some of us didn't get that initial heartfelt letter, as she titled it. So how do you close a business and everybody doesn't know? And the fact of the matter being, she had been very open, been very forthcoming on the page. Hey sis, hey auntie, going live all the time. And I know for me, it was a I can't even think, just heartbreaking, because we entrusted you, Miss Dacia Woods. We entrusted her, as sis, as auntie. And for you not to come on that page, but to send an email, and not even to everybody. So how are we supposed to feel?
So, how did you is that how you found out that your trip was canceled?
That is how I found out. And so the lady that posted, I'm sorry about the business closing. So I'm like, wait, what somebody, what's going on? Because again, I didn't get the email. Later a few people were able to share with me a copy of the email, and basically it alluded to she had tried for 383 days or whatever, something, you know, to make this work, and it didn't. So effective immediately, the business is closing, all trips are canceled, all payment plans are canceled.
I cannot believe that.
What? Right.
That's
So how?
crazy.
So I'm thinking again. My plan was, you know, I'm gonna be in the grill dancing on the sand. Hey, New Year's Eve, let's go. So now, wait, what? So a lot of people have said, because she really not focused on aunties, but I think she kind of found a niche with the aunties. I mean, so you can even look at that as senior abuse. You know, I mean,
well, yeah, if you have crimes that are specifically, yeah, I mean, if it's a situation, it's particularly focused. And it's not, look, yeah, I mean, it really is, because if there's a crime that happened, a felony, to someone, is it over 60?
yeah,
Because I think there's special parameters and things. It could
exactly.
be almost anything. A crime with someone over a certain age.
Right.
And if she was catering to, she says aunties, but if it was like a over 60, because you know, there's travel groups that say, hey, couples or
Right.
romance, or if you're single,
Yeah.
or they were going to do a matchmaking cruise
Right.
or things like that, they drill down to specific niches.
Right.
And there are some times where people want to go on a trip with people of a similar age group,
Right.
mainly because they don't want to be on a trip with the 35-year-olds. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
Right.
it's just different. And if you are 60 and want to party with 35-year-olds, then you'll just book accordingly, right? It doesn't, you don't, you know. So I get you. So yeah, interesting kind of twist on that. But yeah, that would definitely be something that if she said, you know what, I'm going to target this particular group because I know they've got the coin, they've got the time, they've got, you know, they want to travel. That's interesting. That's definitely like an interesting aspect.
And initially, you know, maybe it didn't start off like that, but then you had, like you say, you have a lot of retired ladies such as myself. Okay, you know, we got a few dollars. Okay, you know, so we have time. Like I say, we have time, we have money. And so it became, you know, a lot of auntie trips, because then you had like some of the younger women was like, I want to be an auntie. Oh, I want to go, you know, but it was just kind of, it started off with, you know, everybody, okay, like I say, her tagline was, they ain't coming, sis, you know, so that would encourage you, because how many times have we heard, you know, she had like a little commercial, it's probably somewhere on the internet, you know, where they did a little skit, you know, it started off with 4 women and, you know, just progressed during the planning of the trip. And you ended up, and one person ended up going on the trip. So, you know, that was kind of her thing. And a lot of people related to that. So it started as that.
Playing on the insecurities of people who know that there's friends who are going to fall off, things are going to happen, work is going to happen, life is going to happen.
Yeah,
and if you're the one who always is ready to go and you don't feel like, and yeah, so it's playing up to the people who are ready to go with the friends who are not.
Right.
So yeah.
Exactly.
Someone's asking, did she give out a refund? Absolutely not. So okay. Let's get back to what happened with Negril, and then we'll fill in like overarching what happened. So you were set to go to Negril.
Right.
This is your 3rd trip, and you were paid in full.
Yep.
When was the trip happening?
Thinking everything is fine, and then October 16th happens, and you know, there's been no direction. I mean, it's referred to her lawyer. Oh, we're going to try to, and her infamous, we're going to make everybody whole. You know, a lot of people are like, wait, what? But you're not reaching out, you know. I mean, those are what, and this is the other thing. Probably within, I'll say a week, some ladies started getting together, because what happened within the Facebook group, she started turning off comments. So people couldn't even come in and ask questions. So how, you know, again, so wait a minute, sis, we were all good last week, but now that you're closing, we can't even make a comment. And then after all of this, and I don't know when it happened, but one day I said, oh, well, let me go on and look on the group. Oh, I'm no longer in the group. So what we figured out, thankfully, one lady went ahead and got a lot of us together. So yeah, we have a Facebook group where we can talk together and we can share and we can support each other that are out thousands of dollars. So all of those ladies, and this is where I look at it. Everybody she owed money to has been removed from the Facebook group. So we can't even freely talk. We can't ask questions. There's no responses from an email. You got some standard boilerplate letter from the lawyer. Oh, please be patient. Oh, we're doing everything in our power. Understand. But no one from Ladies and Luggage, to my knowledge, at this moment, no one has gotten any money back from Ladies and Luggage, period. Any money that we've recovered has been through our banks, through our credit card companies. We've gone that route. And the other point with the other thing, her big thing was reach out to your travel insurance company. Wait. And so some ladies tried that route. They've been denied.
Unbelievable.
So people, and again, you have people that are not that well seasoned in travel. So they're trying to navigate all this, but you've been kicked out of the group. You have no response from sis. So where are you supposed to go? She tried to threaten the lady that started the new group or the support group. I'm gonna call it the support group because that's what it is. If you don't sis and decease, this, that, and you're being negative. No, we're not. We're telling the truth because Dacia Woods, Ladies CEO, owes us thousands of dollars. Period. We have no vacation.
Wow.
We have no money and no response from her or her lawyer.
All right, I'm putting up this graphic so everyone can see. I wanted everyone to see what's going on here. So let me make a quick adjustment real quick. Get this down and make this big. Okay, so everybody can see.
Oh, that's her latest. Everybody wants to know how I'm doing.
Okay. So I didn't put up the right one. Let me see. Hold on.
Which one is that? Oh yeah, that's the last one. That was the everybody's checking on me letter.
Okay, so guys, this is Dacia Woods. I would just say also beware. I think this lady is out of business for the moment, but if anything else should pop up, I would kind of do my due diligence before you jump in, because at the end of the day, it could seem minimal, but when you get sucked in to some of these groups, they get your trust, they start getting your money, they get your confidence, then they also network you with other people. And then you feel like there's community. And then next thing you know, you're getting sucker punched because they decide to cut things off, or they can't handle it anymore. They don't want to do it anymore, or they have overextended themselves. So we don't really know exactly what happened, but it sounds like some of that is what happened to you.
And some of it, and she, in days following the initial announcement, she did try to send out, kind of a scenario of events that led to this moment and how she fought and, alluded to some other things. But again,
did you send that to me? I don't know if I have that one.
I don't know if you had. I can send it to you. I'll send.
If you could send it so we could read it real quick, because so this one. Okay, so loyal ladies. So loyal guys. How many times do we see this on the internet where people want to start off as if people are not loyal because they may feel a way about certain things? Loyal. So rather than the disloyal, loyal ladies and luggage supporters first. How about customers? If you're buying from someone and spending your coin, are you just a supporter? And not to downplay supporter, but these are customers and clients. You've got credit card information. You've got vital, like what's going on with passport information, driver's license, what's going on with data destruction. You're just closing down. And doesn't she have people's credit card information, driver's license, passports, date of birth? I mean, just from like on a confidential information side as being a quote unquote was she a licensed travel agent or travel booker? Like, did she have does she have any kind of credentials to have this type of a
I guess
business?
she was a member of the IATA, which I mean, anybody, if you've got any, you got a couple of dollars and you say you're a travel agent, anybody can become a member of IATA. I mean, she had a lot of, alleged credentials, she'd share with us from time to time. I forwarded you the last,
Okay.
it's, what was it called? The final letter. Yeah. A final message.
Girl.
Out of it. But I mean, anybody can be part of IATA. I mean, if you're a travel agent, I mean, there's like, 50, 11 dozen, travel agents out there now. And now we're hearing that even she started allegedly a limousine company, rumors of tried to start a bed and breakfast, and again, so, how are we feeling like, well, is that what you did with our money? I mean,
right. You've invested it used it as seed money for other endeavors.
So it's kind of like the bait and switch, robbing Peter to pay Paul. I mean, because it's heartbreaking, because again, the trust, that we had in her. I mean, like I said, I've dealt with her on and off since, for almost 3 years, since you follow payments diligently, and oh, baby, if you missed a payment, honey, oh, you're going to get a letter. You're going to get a letter.
Okay.
But now that we're trying to find out where our money is, we can't get
now it's time for your coin. It's like, excuse me, I'm busy.
Right. Where's the information for me? Oh, refer to your travel agent. Oh, if you don't have travel insurance, just be patient. Be patient. No, just like you immediately close, we immediately want our money back, boo.
Okay, so October 16th, you get the letter. And when was your trip supposed to be?
I was supposed to leave on December 28th.
And you were paid in full. Did you ever receive a confirmation from the airline that here's your tickets, here's your confirmation number, here's your booking to the hotel?
This is the other part with her. None of her, I'm not gonna say none. Majority of their trips, you had to get your own air.
Okay. So you're booking like the experience.
That's a whole nother thing. But with her, and and a lot of people would always say, oh, your trips are so expensive, because if you look at, like, she started this God, what do they call it? Across America. So you wanted, like, a lot of ladies didn't want to do international. So she tried to start this, I think last spring. She tried to come with this, go to different 50 states or something like that. Seattle, San Diego, Dallas, New Orleans, some other states locally. She had one trip I shared with one of my friends. I said, oh, they're going to Prince's house. We looked at the trip and it was $2,000 per person. So quick calculation, we look for the weekend. I'm like, so $4,000 for two people to go to Prince's house? Nah, that's a little expensive, right? So fast forward, a lot of those trips ended up getting canceled because I want to say just about every domestic trip she had, it was $2,000. We're like, is that the only number Like $2,000, $2,000. And all it was accommodations. So there was no air. I mean, maybe you got a dinner or maybe you got a meal or two somewhere in there. You might got some little side tour or something like that. But I mean, come on, for one person, $2,000, everybody know you can go somewhere for real for $2,000.
So, and what was it supposed to be? Like how many nights?
Well, for the Prince, I think it was kind of like, and for the domestic trip, she did like kind of like like an extended weekend, maybe like a Thursday to a Monday. So I mean, you're talking.
So Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night,
maybe a Sunday, and fly home on Monday. So you're talking
maybe 4 nights,
right? And
you're sharing a room,
right? So you're right.
I want my own room type of girl. I gotta have my own room, even though, like, girl, girl, we can stay up late, all that, but I like my own bed. I want a king size,
right?
But if I had to share with someone, I wouldn't expect to spend as much. $2,000 for a 4-night trip, and you're sharing a room. Did you get food? Was food included, or you had to pay your own food?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, a couple of, I think she had might have been a lunch or a dinner or something like that. But we all knew it was, I think like we said, you talk about red flags. I mean, there were some pink flags, but again, okay, we trying to support sis. Okay, this is a sister, she's trying
Right.
to do it. We trying to support her. But a lot of stuff
So
started
it was giving though a little bit high for
a
what it
little, yeah,
was.
yeah,
Little high, not out of reach, but just kind of
a little,
like
yeah, because a lot of people would really like come on there and say like, "Oh my God, this is so expensive," and then she would always come back with the, "Oh well, we curate these travel experiences for you."
well, I mean, are we staying at a high-end hotel? Do you get a choice of a massage? Is there a spa at the hotel? Do
Right,
you get a spa? Do
right,
you get one treatment of your choice?
right. Is
We're
there a
going to the
butler?
world famous such and such restaurant for the night,
Yeah,
and we've got a prefix menu for
yeah.
you already. We've got everything. We're doing a special menu just for ladies and luggage. Like, are there things to make it worth $2,000? That's
What
but
she
not
would do for some of the trips, they'd send like this little gift box, before the trip. They have
like a
some little,
t-shirt
yeah, t-shirt, little
and your
stuff.
luggage
It was
tag or
like little
something.
stuff, kind of geared toward the trip. So that was cute. Okay, that was good. But again, okay, you figure like, okay, so I'll just, for example, so my grill trip, I paid a little over $3,000, 5 days, all inclusive at the Royalton Hideaway and the Grill. And what was included in that 5 days? We had ground transportation from Montego Bay to the resort. Okay, Royalton is a all inclusive. And then if you look at, I mean, actually, because I now in hindsight, I was like, okay, so how much would 5 nights at the Royalton cost?
Mm.
About close to $4,000. So she got a group rate. She got 10 people. She got a group rate. Okay. But within that 5 days, I think the only thing was first day was a meet and greet, probably have some snacks or something. Second day, you're on your own. Third day was your Beauties in Blue pool party. That was her big, one of her little her signature Beauties in Blue. So you put on your little blue bathing suit and go hang out at the pool. And that was pretty much for that day. And then I think the final day, well, the one more day, then it was New Year's Eve in white, la, 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 la. And then you go home. Well, thankfully, I've been to the grill, so I had a whole nother agenda going on, because I'm looking at it because, like, what are you curating? I mean, you got ground transportation, you get me to the resort, it's all inclusive, you got a couple little things, in here. I mean, but okay, I'm going to the grill because I love the grill. So, but for other ladies, maybe that have not been there, I mean, they don't know about book. There was no, oh, we're going to have an excursion. You didn't offer anything else other than that. So as far as curating, maybe I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not sure of what the definition of curating is.
I mean, I think you've got a good idea. Look, curating, they're supposed to be putting something together that is special. Okay. I would think when you're saying curated,
yeah,
it's handpicked,
right,
for your pleasure. Okay.
Right.
And it's just for ladies and luggage. So I would imagine if she's putting a trip together, then you're putting a trip together. I mean, I would say it's kind of questionable because if you're at the point where you feel like you've got to price out what you're doing to make it make sense, that would be a red flag to me that I'm not really sure that what I'm buying is worth what with the money I'm putting to it.
Right.
Because if I had to really kind of like take the time, buy a handbag and it's X number of dollars, I'm not now all of a sudden, well, how much does that special thread cost? How much does this canvas? How much is that leather? I'm buying into something that I like and enjoy. So, but if you are at the point where you're like, this is weird. Let me check. How much are they actually, like, am I getting taken advantage of here?
Right.
So did you have that thought before you booked, or was that after you booked and you started having the red flags?
You know what? Literally in this last week, of course, I've had a lot of reflection time. So,
yeah.
and I said, well, let me go on here and just see. as my boss used to say, for kicks and giggles, how much would it be if I just outright booked me 5 nights at this resort? Okay, so there it was, and I said, okay. I mean, so, a little bit of a discount, but again, I mean, it's all inclusive. So, all right, you were getting some kind of deal because, whatever you had, your group of 10 or whatever the, group number is. I mean, most people know how it goes, but I never had, I never like until recently felt some kind of way. I'm like, okay, again, it's a business, yeah, you're going to get a little something, you have to make something as a business. And again,
Right.
supporting, the Black women. Yay. So here we
So
are.
would she push that? Because it was it was pretty much, it wasn't just geared towards ladies. She was focusing on Black females
Mhm.
and aunties. So so when she's calling sis and all of the things, do you think she was pandering at all? Like, do you now feel like it was disingenuous,
You know,
or do you feel like she just got caught out there and you're not really sure?
I think, and this is my honest to God feeling. I really think at one point she was genuine. I think she had a good thing going, and a lot of us have said kind of in the background, like when she started doing this whole Sis Across America thing, it was like, she doing a lot. Like one thing she did good, and I'm gonna give her kudos for the things she did good. The concerts, like the Usher concert, she took some ladies to Beyonce. They did a Kirk Frank. She did concerts good. She got the suite. They had a nice time, So
Did you guys get a meet and greet with the celebrity?
no,
Did
no,
you
no.
guys get to meet Usher or no? No. Okay. So she didn't get all that put
She didn't get
together.
all that, but
Mhm.
she organized it because it's a lot of these concerts. You look now. I mean, it's $300-$400 a ticket. So, she had the resources. I mean, like anybody can pull a group together. It's not that hard again. But so she do the work. She pulled the groups together. So I really feel like the concert she did well, and I think she just got like my grandmama used to say, just a little too big for her britches.
She was
And
trying to do too much. She was doing too much rather than focusing on your core business of
right.
travel. And thank you too. And thank you, sis, for dropping a sticker. I appreciate that. Was she a licensed travel agent? Do you know if she was a licensed travel agent?
I believe she was. Yeah. Yeah. She was
Okay.
part of the, yeah. Like I said, again, IATA, which anybody could, I mean, if you've got a few dollars, I mean, she was an authorized travel agent. She had some Jamaican approval, she had all these, little credentials and whatnot. But I just really think, like within this document you're showing right now, she, put a lot of things in there, a lot of, what do they call it? Smoke and mirrors. But so she tried to put it on her, her former partner, on the Cancun trip, on this, on that, on that. And it just felt like she got deeper and deeper in a hole. But then for a lot of us that entrusted her, it was like, why didn't you come to us and say, y'all know what? I'm in it right now. If she had, and she was still taking money, still announcing trips well into 2025. So if you knew for 383 days that your business was failing, why are you continuing to advertise trips, to take deposits? I mean, what else? If you're on the outside looking in, what are you going to think?
Wow. So this was the initial message that went out. I was trying to do this while we were talking real quick and
No,
kind
that's
of
the
put it
second
up on the
message.
screen.
That's not
So,
the initial one. That's the second message. Yeah,
okay, this is which
this is
the
this
first
is the alleged breakdown.
okay, so this gives okay, so I've got the first one that I had up. That was the how am I doing?
That was the
This is the
latest. That was the most recent. I don't know if
and
did I
then
say
this was the one you just sent me. So
yeah,
let's
that's
just see.
one.
I'm writing as a final message with a heavy heart to provide transparency and a deeper understanding of why Ladies in Luggage has closed its doors and why we are unable to process refunds immediately. Because I'm assuming y'all don't have cash. Please know that I have fought tirelessly to keep the business afloat, but several major financial challenges have been possible to continue. So guys, we did another a live where this was brought to my attention and I heard about it a couple of times and then we talked about it and that's when Deb was directed in my direction in the comments, and I saw her in the comments. I said, hey, please reach out to me. Sisters in Soul. So so this is the first kind of going out of the scope. I did see this and I was like, what in the Howard Hewitt? So she did a Essence style girl.
Right.
I was like, I
Right.
was trying to do my little my little bougie gang due diligence. And
Yeah.
Howard Hewitt was like, the second time. I was like, sir, that song. And look, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have fond memories of that song,
Right.
like whatever. But at the end of it was like, okay. So she was putting together a little kind of old school type,
Right.
um, you know, acts that people would find interesting and fun, like maybe like a Stephanie Mills, Howard
Yeah.
Hewitt,
Yeah.
girl, whoever she could, whoever she could get together, Angela Bofield, girl, something, I don't know,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
well, not Angela Bofield, but that, the
Rest-
era, the 80s music. Yes. Rest in peace to our sis.
Right.
She
Right.
not, so so Sisters in Soul was a devastating financial hit. Who told you to put on some sort of, who told her to do this? And also, this is my thing just from the outside looking in. So you're having like a music festival. Why not? I guess maybe she thought she had the membership to support something like this, but why not network with other travel groups and make it like a travel palooza? I don't want to give out too many ideas, but why not market with other people, other clubs that do what you do,
Right.
and give them the opportunity to make this event, which is mine,
Right.
a destination trip for
Right.
your club, because we're going to have all the R&B there. It's going to be like a Steve Harvey, Tom Joyner type weekend. I'm putting it all together,
Right.
and Ladies and Luggage is going to be there. We would love to have whatever
Right.
other groups there are out here to
Yeah.
come and party with us, right?
Right. That would have been
Well, her
nice.
Facebook group. So to the lady's point, Sheila, she had 26,000 members, but some people are not full members. You know how people like they follow, but they're not financially, they don't have a financial stake. So she may
Right.
have had 26,000 followers, but she clearly did not have 26,000 people traveling. And
Amen.
she may not. And how many Facebook groups? Some of you guys may belong to Facebook groups and are very active with them, but how many people belong? Like, why am I here? Why am I getting this message? How did I get up in here? Some
Right.
people may be part of the number and
Right.
aren't even interested in the recommendations, the trip advisories or information about, we just went here and there. Some people might just be there to just, but
Yeah.
they like to look at other people traveling, right? But
Exactly.
to your point, 26,000 members, you would think that maybe if you could capture 10% to opt in, we could have a private, very bougie event and have some celebrities that we all enjoyed partying to, like in our college days or in high school. And it would be a little trip down memory lane. Bring your boo. Was it just catered towards, so Sisters in Soul, you couldn't bring your husband or your boo?
Some of I'm trying to think with Sisters in Soul. I think Sisters in Soul was just a ladies only. I think she did a Hawaii New Year's Eve. Some of the more international, larger trips, you could bring, a male companion. The majority of
A
them were
spouse or
ladies
friend
only.
or,
But
yeah.
please know, her husband did accompany her on all the trips as security.
Okay. Who was girl? Let me ask you this. Was there a fee to be called? Were you paying a rate or a membership for being a Ladies and Luggage? Was there a member due monthly or annually to call yourself?
You know what? It's funny that you bring that up, because at one point when she started these chapters, she did initially try to have some dues for the chapters. And everybody was like, wait, what? And for what are we paying for? So that was the only dues, but there weren't any per se dues to be a part of.
Only, yeah.
Yeah.
Only thing I would imagine is like member discounts, like you get first dibs at the good at all the trips. I would
She
imagine
did
if
have
you're a member.
she did
Mhm.
have something, and anybody that's listening, some of y'all remember she had like some VIPs. If you've taked, I mean, if you've taken X amount of trips, you get first dibs or you'll get a percentage off, but you had to like take, I forgot, I don't know, remember what the number was, but X amount of trips. Oh, and then you're in the VIPs, you get first dibs and a discount. But again, you're still spending money with this lady.
Okay, so let's see. So Sisters in Soul 2023, a devastating financial hit during the marketing phase of our Sisters in Soul 2023 experience. A travel advisory from the Department of State recommended against travel to Cancun, severely impacted our booking numbers. Unfortunately, by that point, we were contractually obligated to pay vendors. We had already paid the artist fees. This single event put us in the red $130,000. Let me tell you something. To me, that's not your problem. That's not your problem. That's not you as a traveler or a customer's problem to solve. And that's interesting that she didn't have business. She didn't have some sort of insurance, that she hadn't bonded her event. If
And I
you're
think,
putting in almost a quarter, let's just say 130, if that was what you paid in deposits, wouldn't you,
right,
this could be like $250,000 investment. Wouldn't you have some sort of insurance for the bookings of your artist, for you, like the whole thing could have
right,
been structured under an insurance policy that
right.
if something happened, um she wouldn't have been out of money, right? So that doesn't make sense.
Well,
Um
and to put the and to bring and try to blame it on the travel advisory, you can go back to the you can go back and look at travel advisories for that time. I mean, they weren't any more, cautious than they are now. I mean, obviously, if you're on a resort, pretty much you're going to stay on a resort. You may do a tour, whatever, whatever. But I mean, it's not like you're going to be going. I mean, we've all heard about, things going on in different countries. You're not going to wander off into the neighborhoods, and hang out with the cartel. I mean, so to try to throw that little travel advisory, that's it to me. It's another excuse. I'm sorry.
Okay, so she says this event put us, so because you took a financial hit, people are now losing their money. So in 2023 this happened,
Mhm.
but we're in 2024, a year later, but you're continuing to book events. So September 2023, loss of a business partner. I was blindsided. Who helped her write this? I was blindsided, and then business partner informed me via text. So, but you're informing your customers via email that
Hello.
they would be, and it's not a personal email either. It's a post, right? This was a post, not a personal
No,
email.
she did send an email. A lot of people think it was AI generated, but she sent a letter again. And this is again one of my major issues. To a select number of ladies. It didn't go out to everybody.
You didn't get it, did you?
No, initially I did
Okay.
not.
So this
Initially
is
I
not a
did
personal message to you as someone who is out
not.
a
Mm-mm,
trip.
mm-mm.
Okay, so she says she was blindsided via text. So now you're blindsiding a curated bunch of customers and not all of your other customers, that they are out of money. This was shocking and left me. How shocking is it when people are going to the website and it's not there anymore?
Wait, no, her business partner is her sister-in-law. Her business partner is married to her brother. So
A
how
mess, a
blindsided
mess.
could you be? How blindsided could you be?
She's probably interesting to work with. And I was forced to navigate this turbulent situation on my own. March 2024. Okay, she got denied for a loan. Girl, let's hear why. In March, I applied for a business loan on my own. Why is she telling everybody her business? So in March of 24, she applied for a business loan but was denied because the lender determined Ladies and Luggage hadn't been in business long enough to qualify. Girl, you were $130,000 in debt. Who's giving you money? To my surprise, I then discovered that the business had been moved in May 2023 without my knowledge, and the move was not handled properly, furthermore complicating our financial. So is she saying that her business partner, her sister-in-law, did some sort of business move with the financials or with the company structure and she was unaware of it? So did you even own this company? How can someone move the company without your knowledge? Um, and or were you having regular meetings? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Oh,
Repeated funding challenges. Despite attempts, I repeatedly faced the same obstacle, lenders claiming that the business wasn't old enough to no, you didn't have the business credit, sis. It's not the business isn't old enough. You didn't have the business. See, unfortunately, there are people who don't know how to manage their business and they're going to just assume that you know nothing about business. What it tells me is you didn't have you didn't have the credit, sis. You didn't have the bandwidth to get money. You already were in debt. So when they looked at your books, they were like, hell to the no, you haven't been able to manage what you have. Um, then she says she got the this roadblock persisted even as the company had grown year after year. But you were $130,000 with 26,000 Facebook followers. $130,000 has taken you down. But what I want to know is, were you still drawing a salary? Were you still paying your bills? How are
were you
you
still
staying afloat?
accepting deposits? Were you still accepting payments?
Absolutely. So then she says number 5, predatory loans. Despite desperate to keep the business alive, I resorted to securing 3 small loans from predatory lenders. These loans had massive monthly payments, bleeding the company dry, payments exceeding 70,000 a month. So you're making payments of $70,000. How big was this loan? I managed to pay one loan off and settled the other, but one loan remains unpaid, further straining our financial situation. She said she had monthly payments, bleeding the company dry with payments exceeding 70,000 a month. What kind of loan did you get? Blocked funding with new partners, with
Oh,
new
oh,
business partners. Go ahead.
oh, can I say something about the new
Yes,
partners?
absolutely.
Okay. And I'm not going to mention no names, but I've heard through the proverbial grapevine, these partners that she brought on initially were part of the Ladies and Luggage group, had traveled with sis. They had
Okay.
no idea they had no idea how bad off this company was. So they invested their money. Her partners, there were a few ladies, that again, trusting, the word trust. I mean, and they're hurt and they're trying to recoup their money just like all the rest of us are.
How much do you know? Did anyone confide in you? Or
No,
not? Did anyone tell you how much they actually ponied up to this lady?
no, I haven't. They didn't, because a lot of people just kind of want to, they just know that they're hurt and, they, again, trusting her. So I'm not sure how much of a financial investment these ladies gave her. It'll probably all eventually come out, but
I'm sure. So she said blocked funding with new partners, with new business partners in tow. I once again approached traditional lenders. We were optimistic and finally, so so you got new business partners, but you were still having to go to lenders. So you got business partners, what, with credit? Or did you have business partners with deep pockets who could write you a check? I mean, I don't need a I mean, I guess maybe she needed business partners who had some credit, but I would imagine you need business partners who have liquid. You need
yeah,
some ladies with some cash
yeah, yeah,
to write you a check.
right,
Okay.
yeah.
With new business partners in tow, I once again approached traditional lenders. We were optimistic after finally removing the old partner from the record, but yet another barrier appeared. A company credit card, which Ladies in Luggage had no access to, was blocking funding approvals. This was despite the fact that we had been paying $47.50 monthly on that card, only to be left unable to access crucial funds. So she was funding the business through credit cards, sounds like. Okay. She was out of credit, she was overextended, and nobody was trying to give her a pathway to additional money because, sis, you're not getting the revenue. The revenue isn't giving to the bank. It's not giving.
Right.
So the bank is not loaning. As if the situation couldn't get worse, one of the company bank accounts was levied over $10,000 by the Indiana Department of Revenue. So you weren't paying your taxes. Okay. This happened because the account was never properly closed when the business was moved from Indiana to Georgia. This unexpected hit was another. They did that because you didn't pay your state taxes, sis. Um, they want their money. Why is she talking like people don't understand? It's That's the part to me that bothers me when people just assume that you don't know what you know. Missed funding opportunities. There's no doubt in my mind that had these hurdles not been present, Ladies and Luggage would have secured sufficient funding to move forward. We had grown steadily every year and were positioned for even greater success with the right support. The company was served over 7,000. The company has served over 7,000 women and grew year after year despite the insurmountable challenges. I want you to know that I fought for this business with everything I had. I understand that many of you are deeply frustrated, disappointed, and have questions. I fully recognize and share your feelings. This is not how I wanted things to end, and it has been devastating experience for not only me but the 5 families who have lost their jobs, and my own family, which has been affected in countless ways. For those of you without travel insurance, you are welcome to pursue the company for refunds. I am working closely with our legal team to determine how this process will unfold. You don't have money for refunds, but you have enough for a lawyer. As soon as we have a clear plan, I will reach out to provide next steps. In the meantime, I just wonder about her accounting too. I mean, if she specifically sent this letter to some people and you have a paid trip, why did you not get it? Have you had any correspondence at all since
No,
you paid off this trip?
I when she initially, I want to say the next day, I emailed, hey, how can I get my XYZ money back? Nothing. Every couple of days, I'll send her something. I actually did. I forwarded what I had sent her. I forwarded that to the attorney. Haven't heard anything back from her. Some of the ladies have gotten, again, what they feel like is a form letter from the attorney. The same, it's basically the same, be patient, but you're not giving us any recourse. Like I said before, some of the ladies have been very fortunate and, they've gotten money back from their credit card companies, from their banks. A couple of ladies, again, have been denied through their travel insurance companies because one thing I know about travel insurance, I learned from one of the very first groups I traveled with, when you take out travel insurance, you need to make sure that there's a clause in there that says cancel for any reason. Because insurance companies, we know they're there to make money. They're not there to give you money back. So they're going to be very strict when it's time to refund your money. And then a lot of people feel like travel insurance is from when I'm on the trip. If my bags get delayed, if I get stuck, if I, whatever travel expenses you may incur, that's what a lot of people look at, if I get sick and I need to cancel. So, and then somebody mentioned too, okay, if you're, she was constantly talking travel insurance, then you could look at, okay, well, is that an insurance? Is that fraud on the insurance companies? Did you know? Because if you've known for whatever 383 days and you're steadily saying travel insurance, there's so many.
I don't know if it's travel insurance. I don't know if it's fraud against the travel insurance companies per se, because really and truly, you would have to engage a claim and then you have to bank on the fact that people are going to make a claim, right?
Right.
If she's submitting documents that are false, for you to use to file an insurance claim, that will be a problem for her because you're going based off of her document and your loss of your trip. And if her documents are phony or based on lies, of course they're going to. So her entering into this insurance claim thing, that's going to be, it's not your, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it's not your problem to solve.
Right.
Let her figure it out with the police and the attorney general and things like that. So
Yeah.
what recourses, I know some of you guys have um filed Better Business. We saw
Mhm.
the Trip Advisory website. We saw Yelp. I think we saw Yelp. No, we saw Better Business Bureau.
I
Um
think Travel Advisor, and even
it's a
on
mess. The comments
in
are a mess. The comments are in shambles.
and the,
It's
and then
shambles.
the We Travel payment mechanism. A lot of travel agents use that We Travel, which actually is funny because she originally had one called Travel Joy, which she switched over from Travel Joy to We Travel. I think maybe July or August. So she switched over to within We Travel, you can go in and make comments there. So there are a lot of comments about about the canceled trips, about the promised trips, about her, just about everything that's going on. Because again, I don't really know how patient we're supposed to be. I mean, you've got ladies that have been waiting on money since 2022. So a lot of this stuff,
Wow.
you have ladies that haven't got refunds 2022. You have, oh, I didn't know, she told one more, oh, I didn't know you hadn't got your money. Well, you're the CEO though. Why don't you know? And then that's something I think she did allude to in her initial letter that I received a copy of. Oh, I wasn't involved. I wasn't that closely involved in the business. Well, it's your business. Why aren't you closely involved? So somebody and
What did she wait? What was the answer to that? What was the question? She said she wasn't that closely involved.
yes, with her
What
with
was
overseeing the
that?
business. Overseeing the business, she wasn't that closely involved, and for that I apologize. I should have paid more attention. So again, she's kind of putting it back on her former business partner, because a lot of people feel like the business partner was the one that kind of dealt more with the finances, and Dacia was more of the fluff and the front, kind of like the spokesperson, la la la, where the partner was kind of the one that dealt with the stuff behind the scenes. So when they split, somehow she wasn't in the loop, which I don't understand how not, because again, if you're calling yourself Lady CEO and you're the prime, business, this is your business. Why are you not in
Right,
the
you're
loop?
the
Why don't you know
face.
what's
You're the
going on?
face. You're the face. You're the social media contact. This is a
Right,
business that was based out of social media,
right,
so it's
right,
different from some other businesses where you don't really know. Like when you call American Airlines, you're not thinking of anybody but those wings and that big A, okay?
right,
Or
right,
Delta. You're not booking with Boo Boo. You're booking with Delta Airlines. You don't really care. You're not making friends with this chief executive officer or the chief operations officer. Dacia sold a relationship. She sold a persona. She sold friendship. She sold community, and she
yep,
did on social media. So that makes it a little bit different because
mm,
then you're feeling like you've been frauded because she sold you on something that also included her.
yeah, exactly,
And
exactly.
that's very unfortunate. So have you heard from anybody about so you said you recouped some money from your credit card company. What
Mm-hmm.
other recourses have you filed and what are you waiting to hear back on? We heard you sent a letter to her lawyer. No
Right,
luck on that.
right.
She hasn't contacted you back.
Haven't
What
heard anything.
about the attorney general? What about Better Business Bureau? What
Done.
about IATA? Did
Yeah.
you
IATA's Monday.
what
I
about
actually,
those?
when I finish with you, I'm going to reach out to IATA because I looked into that because I wanted to, I really definitely wanted to let them know about that. Because again, I'm in California, so I've reached out to the Attorney General here. And I think from your previous broadcast, there was some mention about a department in Georgia, which I'm going to contact them. Some of the ladies have already, done that. And then at this point, I'm going to small claims court because you know, you took my money and I want it back, period.
Um, any of the people in Fulton County, I would run down to Atlanta Police or I would get on the APD website and file a police report. And
Yeah.
then I would send that police report over to the white collar crimes fraud unit and report it to the district attorney's office and the state attorney general, I would, but I would start with a police report. File a police report. She lives in Douglasville, Georgia. And if you live in Fulton County, get it in. Okay. If you live in Douglasville, Georgia, get it in. And I would still send it to the state attorney general and let them sort it out, because it's not about getting this lady in trouble, but at the end of the day, it's how you handle things. And if you want to be dismissive and you want to placate and you want to play games, well, I would think that, it's we don't have to be nice anymore. At the end of the day, you don't have to be nice. If I'm calling you, I've given you the opportunities to reach back out to me and run me my money. Then I'm going to need for you to run me my money. So yeah, I completely agree with what you're doing.
Because you talk about being patient. So we've been waiting for this. I'm just looking at my calendar. So it's been October 16th. I mean, we're running into, close to a month. I mean, how patient are we supposed to be? Because again, if we missed a payment, best believe your little collections department sure will send us email, or your trip's going to be canceled if we don't get your money, And so how patient do you expect people like myself, an auntie, retired, I'm on a fixed income, the holidays are coming. I got other stuff going on. Now you've just destroyed my whole
you might want to go to your trip in Negril. So your trip for Negril did not include airfare. You had to get to Negril.
Yeah. So thankfully I travel a little bit. So I mean, that eventually will get, that'll be fine. But I mean, again, you're spending $2,000 on air plus, that's, hey, come on.
Okay. So you had to work with the airline to get your trip credited, or you canceled your trip because it's canceled basically.
Right.
Your friends are not going from the community.
Right. So at least I do have within the payment mechanism within the We Travel, it says actually there's because we can still kind of go in there and look, and it says event canceled by organizer. So they've made that notation within this, I guess it's a database, like I say, they take payments. It's a payment mechanism. So it does say that in there. And a lot of us
I would get all your screenshots. All your screenshots.
We've screenshotted and reminded everybody, take your cards out of that payment mechanism. Because one lady had the audacity, she got how was your trip? Wait a minute, because a lot of it's, auto-generated.
Automated, yeah.
Right. So she's like, wait, what? How was my trip?
See, that's also their messiness, because they haven't cleaned up the system to show that the trips were canceled. And, how do you prove the trip wasn't canceled?
Well, if you go into our individual payment accounts, like I said, I just saw, the notation that your trip has been canceled by the organizer. So I don't know if that would stop now those, the auto-generated, notices or whatever. But again, like I say, it's been, we're going on almost a month, and, you want to say, have patience. Oh, it's just me and one volunteer, but you're not. To me, I mean, you're not taking time to pull up the trip. Okay, so we had this trip coming up on this time. Let's reach out to these and do the work. Stop with the little smoke and mirrors. Stop with the, oh, I'm sorry, how am I doing? Do the work. Reach out to us and let us know what's going on, trip by trip. Okay, you had this trip, you had that, and just do it in order. And that's what we've all said. It's like, maybe we don't understand business, but we understand just common sense. Like, okay, you have a trip next week. Okay, so and it's not like you had 100 people on the trip either. Okay, come on, let's just be real. Okay, a lot of trips, she was lucky if she had 10, 15 people. They say the Negril trip was sold out.
So what is she talking about? 7,500 people?
Oh, I guess that's overall.
Okay, so over how many? 10 years? So she said 9.5 years.
From the inception.
7,500. So you're looking about 800 a year. There's 12 months in a year. Girl, that's not impressive numbers. That's not even 100 people a trip.
It's not, because one lady she
Or
went
a
to
hundred
she
a hundred
started the
travelers a month. You should have
yeah, well,
multiple
she did the
trips
one
going
trip
at a
to
time.
San Diego. They were supposed to be 10. I think they said it ended up being like 6 people going to San Diego. That's not even a group
Girl,
trip. You
that's
can't
a
even
trip
go.
that one of you guys could have just organized and been like, girl, we'll see you there. I'll see you on Tuesday. Okay. Like
Yeah,
nobody needed to pay extra for that.
right. Yeah, again, $2,000. She was going to bring a group out here to Napa, to the wine country, $2,000. And a lot of us in the chapter, we were like, girl, we could go rent an Airbnb and they could come over and kick it. We were trying to if the ladies were going to come, because we out here in Cali, we like, okay, we get an Airbnb, y'all come kick it, whatever. And I had reached out to Dacia. It's so funny because now in hindsight, about a week, I said, oh, that's why you never reached back to me. Because I said, hey, hey sis, because that's what we did. Hey sis, some of us want to get together with the ladies when they come out to Napa. Let us know, la la la. Never heard
We'll meet you at the
from the
winery or
email.
something.
Huh?
We'll meet you at the winery.
I mean, because we go to Napa, it's down the street, it's nothing.
Right.
So we were like, okay, I had a whole me and one of my good girls, we rolled out there and I was like, oh, we could do this, we could do this, yeah. So I'm thinking I got all these little ideas because I'm a planner. I don't work with ladies. I know, I like to plan stuff. So it's like nothing. So I'm thinking, and then we heard, oh, the Napa trip is canceled.
It's awful because even when you were talking about this, I thought of when I was planning my wedding, and I did like 95% of it myself. And when we booked the hotel where we had our wedding and reception, we worked with the salesperson at the hotel, and we knew we had people coming from out of town. They blocked 20 rooms, maybe 20, 25 rooms. They gave me a number.
Right.
And any of our out of town guests, if we needed to add more rooms or we needed specific kind of rooms, people wanted adjoining rooms or things like that, they could do everything, but they made a block of a certain amount of adjoining, single. We already made our reservation for the room we wanted, all of the things. And all they had to do was, with our last name and the reservation number, and they handled their own business. And they got the group rate because we already were booking, we're paying for food and, the banquet hall and all of those things. So they got a better deal than they would have booking it outside of and then everybody was together. We had like a whole takeover on a particular floor. So like,
it's not hard. It's not brain.
No, it's not hard.
Like I said, I mean, how many of us? I'm sure you have a lot of people that plan their family.
It was the sisterhood. That was the grabber. And she was grabbing on the sisterhood, and she did it in a very quote unquote what felt like a non-threatening situation, which is Facebook, the internet. She's got a social media following, so people feel like social media followings give you a little bit of a cachet. And it also, in people's minds, does legitimize certain people. We've seen scammers on the internet present a very pretty package and it's a hot mess, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's unfortunate. So what are you going to do? So you said are you ready to sue? You said you're going to go to small claims court. So you're suing.
Girl, I'm gonna get my little money back, sure. Because
I don't blame you.
I'm going,
and also your time. You should get everything back. Period. Every dime and then some.
And not like I said. Like I said, again, just the vagueness of it all. It's like you have not your presence on social media. Like I said, you've kicked us off the group. We can't even come on there and say anything. You've locked down all the comments. So if anybody is able to say anything, you can't respond. So it's like, well, where is our free speech? Where before it was sis, and you were coming. You were coming on live. Hey, it's Dacia. It's live. La, la, la,
hey,
la.
boo. Hey, boo. Hey.
Right. So, but
now it's crickets.
Right, exactly. So now, when your heartfelt message that you sent to everybody, why didn't you come on and do a town hall? We had a town hall when you were trying to have the chapters and try to collect our dues. Where's the town hall at now, boo?
So are the chapters defunct? Did she disassemble the chapters?
Girl,
like were the chapters legit?
Let me tell Let me tell you.
Wow. She was running this kind of deep. So really and truly, are you, as a customer, as a client, as a member, are you comfortable with saying that you feel scammed? Is it a scam at this point to you? Like when you sit back and if I were telling you this story, would you be like, "Girl, that's a whole scam"?
You know, I'm gonna say partially a scam because she had some successful trips. I'll give her that. Okay. I will give her that. Again, she just somehow, I don't know, some people say she got greedy, she got in over
Is
her
it a Ponzi
head,
scheme? Is it a Ponzi scheme?
you know,
Is it a
because
robbing? I've heard people say rob Peter to pay Paul. That's a scam.
because
That
how
sounds Ponzi-ish.
Because how else do you say that? Okay, so you know that, okay, so the final trip, well, she had two trips, New Year's Eve. She had New Year's Eve in Ghana and New Year's Eve in the grill. Okay, so if you knew for the past 383 days, okay, so you know what, sis, I'm coming to you right now. My business is, it's in flames right now. We're just gonna put a pause on it. We're gonna do the New Year trip and let me regroup. Why not come to us as sis, as auntie, and just be real? But you want to duck and dive, bring other people in. Oh, you want to do this? Be genuine. Be genuine. And that's what you're
So
not doing.
it was definitely giving fake and phony. Definitely giving fake and phony. So this lady on the screen, obviously not Deb who's talking to us right now, but this lady in the flower dress and the blue, is this blue dress representative of this blue night thing that they would have? She would show up in a gown.
I think that's the flying dress. She did that in, I think, Greece or somewhere. There's
She
flying
needs to
dress.
stop that. I'm just saying.
Excuse me. That's one of those flying dress pictures. I think she did Greece or Athens or somewhere or whatever. So again, she was successful.
And I bet y'all paid for that. I bet you Ladies and Luggage paid for that. She didn't pay for that out of her pocket. She wrote that as she used that company credit card that stopped working. Right. I'm just saying. It seems like, I don't know for sure, but that's my opinion.
One more little thing that some of the ladies may know. I'm gonna just spill all the tea today because that's what we're doing.
Please do. Yeah. Yes.
She had at one point decided, she had gotten to a point, I think it was last June or something like that, 2023. She decided, because she was so successful, she was going to hire travel hosts to go on these trips and be hostesses for these groups of ladies. Not her. So she's CEO. So she's going to sit back. So she's going to hire X amount of women to go on these trips and be hostesses. Okay, so she put it out there, and I'm thinking, I'm retired. Yeah, that'd be a good little thing for me to do, whatever, right? I've been a travel agent. I've worked for the airlines. I'm pretty personable. I feel like, excuse me, I got a little bit of sense. So, okay, let me take it out. So they hired, and see, she didn't put that anywhere in the disclosure. They hired an HR firm to interview us. So how much did that cost? Where did that come from? So, I mean, while you're putting everything out there, I mean, you were going to hire 12.
Was it actually legit? I mean, do you know for a fact it was like a outsourced resource, or was it someone? Okay, so it seemed pretty legit.
I talked with the woman. Oh no, this was a legit company. Somewhere I probably got the email. I can send it to you. I mean, it don't make me no difference at this point, But no, this was a legitimate HR consulting company that they hired to interview potential travel hosts. And
like
then,
a Hewitt and Associates or something.
Something like that. But then in the end, you look at who the travel hosts were. You wanted to say, oh, we're doing this professionally. We don't want to be involved. Well, you ended up hiring half your friends anyway as a travel host. So stop playing.
Let me show this really quick because some people missed this the other day. So let's show this very quickly. This is how I kind of found out, and this is also when Deb reached out to me. So let's
specialize in luxury trips for African American women abruptly shut its doors this month, and customers from all across the area and the country, so they paid thousands of dollars for vacations. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray with us tonight.
Okay, of course we're having a little bit of lag. Just a second.
So Justin, they want to know what happened to their money.
And Justin, the owner of Ladies and Luggage, has told customers in writing and on Facebook in a video that they will be made, quote, whole. That's what she told me this afternoon, too. But customers tell us they haven't gotten refunds and are being told by Ladies and Luggage to file insurance claims.
New Year's Eve, I'm gonna be damn.
Look at Deb. Okay, look at Deb. Hold on. Deb, let me set this up right. Okay.
It's on the shores of Jamaica. You know, hey.
Come on, California senior Deborah Wells had been paying monthly for that.
Okay, I wish this would not lag like this. So I'm sorry. It's kind of anticlimactic with it going like this, but we gonna make it do what it do.
$3,000 New Year's vacation. She already traveled with Georgia-based Ladies and Luggage once to see Usher in Las Vegas. Ladies and Luggage sold luxury group vacations organized specifically
There's
for
Dacia
African
right
American
there.
women.
I see her. I see Dacia right there. Okay.
Had something
We'll
in
go
here
back.
for us older ladies. She called us the aunties.
Virginia Gasper saw this.
That during copyrighted music. Okay, just a second. So there were people going. So some people did go to Dubai. So someone said in the comments that the successful trips are the draw because people see that it was successful. They see evidence. Like when you hear something and it could seem unbelievable or you're not really sure, and then you see facts that support what you're not sure of, it gives you the confidence to say, well, you know what, let me move forward with this because it seems like they're legit. Look at people are well dressed. People look like they have things going on. There's nice reviews, all of the things. So you feel like you've collected enough information to make a smart choice, right?
Yep. And that's why I went on the initial Usher trip just to check them out.
Dubai experience is advertised on social
internet. We love it. No.
media. That's where she's supposed to be right now. The nearly $11,000 price tag was a splurge she saved up for.
I'm at the point in my life spending this type of money. My next expense will be a wheelchair,
But Gasper is not in Dubai. She's stuck in Chicago. Her trip canceled.
Do you know this lady in Chicago?
When Ladies and Luggage announced it was out of business effective immediately. Dacia Woods posted this apology video on Facebook.
I wish I could have gotten this video right here. I wish I could have seen this.
Absolutely hurt by this news. We're
absolutely did anybody screen record this?
Have been canceled, and plans have.
I think we have it. Yeah.
Favorably. I apologize. I deeply apologize.
In an email to customers, Woods told them she would be sending letters they could use to file claims to their travel insurance. But customers wonder what happened to all the money they paid Ladies and Luggage.
I'm disappointed that she is jerking us around about the money.
You're not telling me how to get my money back, though.
Miss Woods is just.
This is my favorite part when they knocked on her door. I was so here for Justin. I love WSB TV. I am a huge fan. I love them.
With Channel 2, where we went to Dacia Woods Douglas County
Please
home
open the
after
door.
receiving a form response to our emails. After our visit to her house, Woods did write me, quote, "Unfortunately, there were significant details about the business and its operations that were not disclosed to me. And these undisclosed issues ultimately contributed to the challenges we are now facing. I am working closely with my attorney to connect with each customer individually, ensuring that every claim is addressed and each person is made whole."
It was a sisterhood. And so now you can imagine, your sister, oh yeah, we're not doing it no more. Wait, what?
In an email to customers, Woods blamed a series of problems, including predatory loans.
I'm telling my story. Period. Don't even play with me.
Attorney about whether customer.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. If I were Dacia, I don't know what I would do, but I would try to find $3,000 whatever dollars and get you your money quickly. Okay. I would get Miz Deb. I would get Miz Deb and get that lady in Chicago. Get the people who are willing to do interviews whole ASAP. Okay, run them a checker because if the lady, anyone else who wants to talk to me, I would love to talk to them. I would love to hear their story and what is happening on the follow up. Are they getting the cold shoulder?
with the ladies in the group because
how is this going to
everybody wants to
proceed?
talk. You know,
Because
we are not
we want our good sisters to get their money back. I mean,
absolutely,
money is, you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? This is not time to be playing around with folk coins at all.
No.
You
Talking
had plans for the new year. So what are you going to do for the new year? What are you going to do? Did you plan
Oh,
something good to
girl.
do? Because you
Well,
deserve it.
right. Well, a couple of my friends were talking about going to see D Nice in Hollywood, so we may do
Okay.
that.
Mhm.
You know, it's always something to do, but it's just, you know, it's just like I say, you know, just a heartbreak because you know I thought I was gonna be doing my little clear kayaking picture in the shores of Negril. You know, I had plans.
Okay.
You know,
Period. Yes. Yes. Instagrammable photos. You wanted to get
right?
your Instagram, have
You
your
know,
Instagram
so.
moment.
But yeah, no, it's something's gonna happen. You know, eventually everybody will get their money back. You know, I believe it. You know, one way or the other. You know, and I think because of so many ladies reaching out to their bank, there's got to be some type of flag somewhere out in the financial institution world that hey, wait a minute, you know. So I mean, because a lot of ladies, like I say, have been recouping their money. So I mean, there's just a lot of stuff. I mean, everybody, we're going at all angles. I mean, we're contacting media where we're at, we're contacting the DA, we're contacting law enforcement, we're doing what we need to do because we're not she said they should better dash those coins. I love it, girl.
Wait, who is Latoya? There's someone, Latoya, Amazing Grace, and so thankful for Miz Deb. Yes,
Oh.
absolutely. Okay, so yeah. I heard she forced the ladies to pay for their own drinks during the dinner in Greece, and they got locked out of their hotel rooms.
Yeah, they held their luggage because the hotel bill wasn't paid in full. I did hear that. They held their luggage. The ladies almost didn't get up out of Greece.
That is so embarrassing.
That was the final trip because she actually closed. Those ladies were either on their way back or they were mid Greece when she closed the business. And then how do you do that? You still got travelers out there, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna close today. What? Huh? Wait a minute. Yeah, I don't. It's so many. You know, unfortunately, there's so many different sides. You know, I've always said that I'd like to talk to the former business partner because you know she's thrown her under the bus several times.
What's her name? Did you find her?
Oh yeah, she's on Facebook. I mean, I don't know if she talked to you, but I
mean, did you try to talk to her?
No.
I would love to know. Yeah, I mean, send me the information and we'll see what we can, you know, she might not talk to me, but she may talk to you. But if there are now, I mean, there's some financial situations she might want to separate herself from. And her story might be, look, I cut her a check or she cut me a check and I exited the business and I don't have anything to do with it anymore. So blue.
And
you know what I mean? She may not really have any, you know, like she says she took on new business partners. Now these business partners are on the hook looking silly and slow for investing in this lady.
Yeah, I just feel like, I mean, you know, the few times that I encountered her business partner, you know, she was cool. I mean, she was kind of the one, you know, she was really, you know, to me, she was a cool sister. And I just feel like a lot of the time, some of the things that I've heard since the closure, you know, you've kind of threw her up under the bus. She did share with us when we were in Nashville at the empowerment, because we sat with her and her husband, me and another lady, and she was just kind of sharing with us, you know, oh y'all, you know, it's a lot to close the business. I didn't know, la la la, you know, and so she kind of shared with her a little bit of frustration. But even at that, they didn't just put a name on the internet. I was going to do it on the under. there it goes. Okay. But yeah, if you're connected with ladies, like, I mean, you know, it's Ronnie. And bless her heart, you know, there was a lot of different stories about, you know, why, you know, Ronnie separated from the company. Some say that she went to take care of her, you know, I guess she had an ailing father, so she did that. And so I don't believe you know, you woke up one morning and got a text from your sister-in-law that she was leaving the business. I'm sorry. I can't believe that. The little bit I know about Ronnie, I'm sorry. I don't buy that. So. Oh, what you do? Muted yourself? Oh,
Who? So when you spoke to Ron, was it Ronnie? You said you spoke to in Nashville?
No, Dacia.
Well, and Dacia was telling you about closing a business. Why was she doing that?
No, separating. So when
she was talking to you about separating the business with her partner.
How much was involved with with separating the funds and whatever. I guess again not a whole lot of detail, just kind of overview on they were doing a lot. She had to separate funds. So I don't blame the other business partner. I mean, because from what I understand, you separated. It was you, lady CEO. It was your business. It was you and your family's business, because before the website was taken down, I mean, it was like, I think her son, her daughter, and her friend, that was her team. I mean,
she said 5 families were affected by the loss of this business, full-time employees. I'm just trying to figure out why you had full-time employees.
When you never answered the phone and you never responded to people's emails. So, I mean, it was really only one lady that a lot of people said that they heard from. I think her name was Lanita, something like that. That was the lady that was kind of doing a lot of the correspondence back and forth. So, I mean, and that was, I guess, I don't know, friend of the family or whatever. But I mean, it was your son, it was your daughter, it was a couple other people, and so
we all gonna eat. We all gonna eat off these ladies.
And then somebody even came and said, well, she was paying her son under the table. So it's a whole another piece. I mean, it's wow. Like I say, it's so many different pieces. I mean, but the bottom line is, lady CEO, Dacia Woods, where is our money, boo? Period.
Wow.
You got an attorney. Now you got this. But you haven't bothered to reach out to any of us. A lot of ladies said they refused to reach out to the attorney because the attorney was trying to ask for receipts and this and that. No. This is your business. You have all of our information, baby. You have all of our information. So I'm not going to send you what you already have. Why am I going to take my time and trouble to screenshot and send you receipts when you already have that? This is your business.
Wow, this is awful. Let me see. I put you on mute because my dogs are being vocal at the moment. So this is on her LinkedIn. But this was 5 months ago. Dacia Wood understands the frustrations of wanting to travel with a friend, only to have many of those same friends come up with excuses for not taking a trip later down the line. It was something she'd experienced firsthand. Woods decided no more. Learn more about Dacia Woods Ladies and Luggage Travel Group and how she facilitated global travel for over 6,000 women. This is my thing. I feel like this is kind of like anti-marketing. I'm sorry, my dogs are acting crazy right now. It's almost like negative marketing, because you're really banking on that insecurity touch point versus we gather, it's community, so much fun, enjoy a high-end experience, curated travel, X, Y, and Z. This is giving, to me, this would not be a selling point to me, because I don't necessarily like it. It kind of triggers a particular follower who's been let down. And I don't know what the group promoted, but this message seems to resonate a little bit in some of the things that I've read. And it's kind of like, I don't know, it just seems as negative as it ended, unfortunately. I know some people had some good experiences and you had good experiences along the way, but it's just unfortunate that the marketing was bad. I don't see that as a growth model. Also, it seemed like there was some bad credit situation. There was lack of money. There was misappropriation of funds. Just from what she put out there, that's what I'm gathering. That's just my opinion. I don't have it based on any hard facts other than you telling me your story and on her press release that she couldn't secure funding, that there was there were some bad deals. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out how those kind of manifest, if you will.
I mean, and again, like, you know, all that's fine and well. We know businesses shut down every day, but again, where's the money? You know,
Where's the
because like I said,
money? Where's the money?
you know, where's the money at? Because now, you know, we're seeing rumors of you have a a limousine company, a possible bed and breakfast, Airbnb. Now you got an
Wow.
attorney. Well, where's that? Well, who's paying for all that? Is that where our
You
money
guys are. You
is
guys
that where
are.
our money is at? Is that
Yeah.
where Virginia's $11,000? Is that where the lady that and her and her mom? I think one lady's out like $54,000. Like, is that who's paying for all this now? I mean, what are we supposed to think? Because you have
Dacia Woods, the internet wants to know where is their coin.
absolutely. Because how
Okay.
else are we supposed to feel? You're hiding behind your lawyer. You send out the little memo. You know, you put the little video out. Oh, everybody wants to know how I'm doing. But you are not allowing the women that you have our money. You're not allowing us to talk to you. Where's the town hall at, sis? Come on, let's go live, sis. Why did you kick us out of the group, sis? It ain't good. It ain't good. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Deb, you're so awesome, and I appreciate you taking time to share your story with us because I mean,
I thank you for listening. I thank you to Bougie Gang. I'm on the Bougie Gang now. I will definitely share
absolutely.
information with the other ladies. You know, it's not over. You know, hopefully, you know, in a few weeks we can come back and, you know, show y'all we got our money, you know.
Absolutely, because you know, I mean, no matter whatever your set of circumstances are, nobody wants to waste money.
Yeah.
And however you come by it, you've got, you know, whatever, but it's disposable income. If you're paying for a vacation of that, you know, like $3,000, and then you're also paying for airfare,
Yeah.
it's disposable income.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, nobody wants to waste their extra coin
Nope, not at all.
to fund somebody's lifestyle who
Nope.
doesn't think enough to maintain her customers in the integrity of her business. Like, how do you do that? She doesn't look like she's missing any meals. She doesn't look like she's missing anything. If she's starting new businesses and has other ventures and they're all under one, let's just say you've got 5 businesses, but they're all up under you and your husband or whatever, under you. You might, instead of robbing Peter to pay Paul from your clients, why don't you rob Peter to pay Paul from your limousine company, from your bed and breakfast? Why don't you take a loan from your other business entities and reallocate? Because where did the money go from Ladies and Luggage? And why did it seem okay to misappropriate Ladies and Luggage money?
Right.
And not the bed and breakfast or the breakfast and bread. That's a private joke. The breakfast and bread.
Right.
Okay. How did it get to be this set of customers? Is it that people are going to be waiting for a wedding or a prom and their limo doesn't show up? Like,
girl,
you know what I mean? Like, that's bad. Or they're waiting for a car at the airport. Who's renting limos anymore? I mean, isn't Uber and Black and all of that stuff?
Right.
Isn't that the new?
There's too many options. There's too many options. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. You
all
know,
right.
Again, I hope, you know, that all of this, you know, make us whole does come to pass. You know, again, I don't, you know, she could be mad or whatever, her spies that, you know, we think she had somebody, you know, was, you know, in our little group, you know, going back and telling her. And we're like, okay, if you in here spying, tell her to run us our money. You know,
run this message.
Tell her.
Go ahead and run this.
Okay. You know,
so let me just tell the people. So what you're saying is you guys were able to organize. Some of you guys who lost trips, lost money, were able to organize, created your own Facebook group. And she had what we call on the internet trolls. She had some trolls coming through, some spies, some bone carriers come through, play, and then run information back to Miss Dacia. Because she wants to know what you guys are talking about. So she's big mad. She's definitely giving big mad. Okay.
But
Well,
here's
that's
the
okay
thing.
though. Don't let that stop you guys from
Oh, no.
organizing, because you guys aren't doing anything in secret and y'all don't owe anybody any money.
Right.
So
Exactly.
they
You
can
know
let
what?
them come see.
Right.
Let her know
Come see.
firsthand when
Yeah.
the lawsuits are
Come
dropping.
see.
Drop the link to this video in your group if you
Yep.
don't mind.
Yep. Absolutely.
And tell anyone who wants to reach out and get
Yep.
their time to be able to spread their message.
Yep.
I'd be happy to talk to them, and I would love to hear their story. I'd love to hear who they're reaching out to,
Yeah.
what recourses they're taking, how much money they lost, and try to keep this story running, because the best way for, kind of that groundswell of support is for since this started on social media, it might get solved on social media.
Yep.
And it's quite possible through sharing through your networks, sharing through your Facebook groups, she will feel enough pressure to make this right, or to get the proper authorities involved to be able to give you guys some relief. And if this lady's running a scam, then she's going to also to get her who needs to come talk to her, because when the news starts knocking at your door, that's a bad sign.
Right. I just, and then, of course, some people are waiting for the other shoe to drop. They're saying, oh, well, she may file bankruptcy with Ladies and Luggage. She may go bankrupt. Well, okay, but there's still ways to get your money, because if you have other business, we know your name, we know where you're at, we have your address. I mean, you can't run. You can hide, but you can't, you can't run forever, girl. So just, come clean. Talk to people, just like I said, just like you did from, how you used to be. I'm going live, I'm on my walk, I'm this, oh, we here, whatever. So just be like you were. Now you hide behind lawyers and letters and AI generated, mess.
Girl, instead of Ladies and Luggage, it's lawyers and letters. Okay.
Yes.
Look at Lambo, guys. Lambo is like, wait a second. Lambo's like, Mom, please.
Like, come on now, huh? Look. Yeah, no, I appreciate you. And I'll share all the information with the ladies in the group. And if it's anybody on here, y'all want to inbox me on Facebook. I'm Miz Deb. I'm not afraid. I ain't scared.
Absolutely.
Let's get our money, ladies.
Okay, Miz Deb, thank you so much. We love you. And thank you so much for sharing your story. Definitely make sure to share this with your group so they can reach out. And we hope to hear from you also the next time that you're getting some relief, and that you've heard something positive and you're getting closer back to your money, getting your refund. That's what we want to know. We want to keep up with you.
I'm keeping the loop, girl.
Okay, thank you so much, Deb. Okay, take care. All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Guys, that was Miss Deb. Isn't she just a sweetheart? We love Miss Deb. And you know what? Look, this is what happens. This is unfortunately what happened in this particular, I wouldn't say you can't trust any travel group, because there's plenty of successful travel groups out here doing their thing, making good on all of their promises and showing a good time to their customers and patrons. But unfortunately, this is a story about a situation where that did not happen. And we're bringing some additional awareness. If Miss Deb, not Miss Deb, if Dacia wants to reach out to me, she's more than welcome to. Because girl, I didn't start this rumor, I didn't start this problem, and she definitely didn't share with me any coins. But we can talk about it, and there's some people out here that want some relief. If Miss Dacia handled her business better, then all of these people wouldn't be reaching out to tell their story, right? Anyway, guys, oh, you say Lambo's so handsome. Did you see him? Girl, he is a mess. You see how he just stands up and tries to handle me? Yes, it was so good, right? Okay, you guys, I will be back a little bit later. Give me a minute, because I got to go get Miss Boo Thang from school and show Miss Deb some support. I don't know if I have her Facebook social media, but she said to go ahead and follow her if you want to. There is another sis in the chat with the same experience with this company, Latoya. At Latoya yesterday. I feel like I clicked on Latoya's name. So Latoya, you were with Ladies and Luggage also? So Latoya, do me a favor because I'm kind of running into mom time and I want to give you enough time to tell your story. If you want to come back, please do so. Can you reach out to me in my email? Let me drop my email. It's ask at RealTalk Bougie. Can you connect with me in email and we can come back? You're welcome to come tell your story tomorrow or whatever day works for you. And we'd be happy to hear what your experience was, what you're going through, how you're getting some relief, and what the responses and answers were. I would love to talk to you. So let me drop. Okay, here you go. Is this you, Latoya? Okay. Latoya, I don't know if that's you, hon, but if it is, go ahead and email me, or you can hit me on Instagram or Facebook. I'm on everything for the most, not Snapchat, but girl. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of the things. Let me drop my email address and share if you are in the, I know Deb is sharing it, realtalkbougie.com. Here we go. Reach out. I did see a couple of people did reach out to me in the comments, and I connected with Miz Deb. Here we go. Facebook, share me out. Okay. This is one of these lives, guys. If you can, if you're on the replay, if you're on Facebook, if you are Instagram and you want to share on your stories the link to this video, it's very much appreciated because it's helping out some folks who need the word out. It's one of these kind of like, let's get the word out. And the way we get the word out on social media is keeping it very social, and being very social is sharing it. Okay. So if you can share it, it's quite possible that some of these ladies will get, because it's sad, but social media, people sometimes don't do the right thing until they have to do the right thing. And maybe if people are sharing and she's catching more heat, she's getting more emails, people are revealing what she would rather keep quiet, and wants to address people like we see on the internet, are my loyal hold on, let me see this picture. I think I shared it before, but she said, we didn't read this one. I will post it. I'll post it on my community page. Hold on a second, let me get it. Okay. I'll post this for you guys to read, but it says, loyal ladies and luggage supporters. First, I want to thank each of you from the bottom of my heart for being part of this community, for reaching out and sending your words of support. Your belief in what Ladies and Luggage has stood for is deeply humbling. Please know this was not a decision made lightly. I never wanted to shut our doors. Ladies and Luggage has been my life's work for the past 9.5 years, a space for African American women to explore the world, uplift each other, and share unforgettable experiences as sisters. But as much as I loved building this community, there were forces beyond my control that led us here. I fought up until the last moments, even just hours before making the decision, hoping against hope, that they're hoping against hope. I never understand that. That there would be a way to keep the doors open, but I'm here to personally thank you, those of you who have been reaching out, sending encouragement, and standing by us through the challenging time. Your support means more to me than I can fully express. Many of you have asked how I'm holding up, and to be honest, I cannot fully answer this right now. Emotions are still high, and the reality of what's ahead is overwhelming. There are people hurting, and I fully understand the urgency of their needs. I mean, I think people are hurting because they're like, where in the fuck is my vacation? Nobody's booking a vacation to Dubai or to Paris or Jamaica who has groceries to pay for. You know what I'm saying? Like, This is disposable income. They want their vacation. They want their money back. They want to not feel like they got screwed. Okay. If it's not so much that they're hurting to pay a bill, but while we're talking about paying a bill, some people need to pay their American Express. I'm sorry about the dogs, guys. She's a weirdo. Many of you have asked how I'm holding up. There are people hurting, and I fully understand the urgency of their needs. They want their refund. If I don't have a trip, I want my money. It's on some run me my money, please. That's what it is. I'm working closely with the attorney to assure we take every step necessary to make things right. I am determined to do so as soon as possible. Thank you again for standing with me and for believing in the vision we shared. Girl, people bought a trip. They are not sharing no damn vision with you. They want to go on a trip. I am truly honored to have had you with us on this journey. With heartfelt gratitude, I'm like, girl, I'll post these for you guys. These are some that Deb shared, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Ma'am is fugazi, and at the end of the day, this is a developing story, and we will be back on it. Okay, guys, have a wonderful afternoon. Give me a couple of hours. Let me settle these dogs down. Let me go get Farrah from school, and I'll be back. Okay, bye, guys. I'll see you later. Bye, guys. Let me find, where's my outro? Okay, I'm on the wrong profile. Okay, here we go. Bye, guys.
That's the best you can do.
Yes, it is the best I can do.